number 13, Jake Scott. This game is played on artificial
Ladies
turf.
and gentlemen, this is Jim Carolla welcoming you to Rice Stadium, Houston,
Fred
Texas.
Cox getting ready to
Bowl
kick.
8.
Mercury Morris.
Number 14 to kick off for the Minnesota
Making certain
Vikings.
that he is ready.
Fred Cox.
So under overcast skies, if they tell us there will be no rain,
Scott,
Super Bowl 8
Mercury
is
Morris,
about ready to
number
start, and we're glad you're with us. This is going to be Jake Scott at the 7. Good run back, 38-yard line, collared by Terry Brown, and Miami's going to start off in a great spot on the field.
I think this is one of the places that the Dolphins perhaps have an edge over Minnesota on special team performance. They have been just excellent.
Paul Warfield, number 42, is starting. The tight end will be Jim Mandich, number 88. Wide receiver, number 86, Marlon Briscoe, will break from that huddle in a second. You know the runners, Mercury Morris, 22, immediately behind Csonka, number 39, and Bob Greasy is the quarterback from the Miami 38-yard line. Warfield is to the left. This is Briscoe in motion. Mercury Morris trying to get outside. Carl Eller gets him from behind. He picks up about 4 yards. 6 Dolphins, Dolphin 42. Csonka. He picked up just a couple. The dog to the right. Briscoe and Warfield on 3rd down and 4. This is Briscoe in motion. No, it's Warfield. That was Warfield in motion. Complete, first down, 43-yard line of Minnesota. The tight end, Jim Mandich. Warfield left side, Briscoe right side. Morris, nothing there at all. First man to meet him, Allen Penn. Might have lost a half yard. There goes Csonka. And he has a first down inside the 30. Paul Krause, the free safety, had to make the tackle.
Excellent blocking up front by Kuchenberg on Page. Csonka makes the good cut. It was a cross block, I beg your pardon, between Wayne Moore and Kuchenberg. Kuchenberg blocking out on Jim Marshall. Moore blocking down on Page. The rest is good running by Csonka.
On first down, this is Briscoe. It's complete, 21-yard line in front of Nate Wright, the cornerback. Second down, 4. There's Csonka, and that might be another first down around the 16. He dragged Alan Page the last couple of years. Vikings 16. Csonka. What tremendous power. He's within 2 yards of a first down. Looked like it might be a gain of 1 or 2, but Csonka, touchdown. A methodical, beautifully executed drive, and the Dolphins are on the board first with 9:33 left to play in the first quarter. Pat.
A play that developed and initially looked like it was going wide to Morris, but back inside to Csonka, and the rest he does by himself. In time to meet the charge of a man as big as Larry Csonka.
Extra point try. Earl Morrow holds. Gary Premium kicks, and the Dolphins have the lead by 7 points. So in that drive, Greasy threw twice, completed twice. Csonka carried 5 times, 37 yards, got the touchdown, and it's 7-0. Miami defense is equal to the first challenge from the Viking offense. Jake Scott on the run, and he loses the ball. Oh, the Dolphins. Somebody was very alert because their offense takes over at the Dolphin 44-yard line. That was Ron Porter who made that big hit. Morris trying to get outside. Look at those moves. He turned what looked like a no-gain play, maybe a loss, into about a gain of 5.5, and Paul Krause made the tackle. To the right with Mandich on the right side. This is Mandich, the tight end. Roy Winston, the linebacker, on that side, the left side, shoved him out of bounds, but this is inside the 45 of Minnesota, and the Dolphins are on the move again with another first down. The Dolphins are leading 7-0. First quarter. Mercury Morris this time. He dives to the 39-yard line, pulls wide left, and Bobby Bryant gives him a lot of room. Csonka shedding tacklers. He has a first down. Just 5 minutes now left in the first quarter. Behind the line. Jim Pick is met by Alan Page and Csonka. Fantastic. He almost picked up a first down. Nate Wright and Paul Krause from the secondary had to make the tackle as they're continuing to run off that right side with great success off the Dolphins' right side.
This is an excellent call by Greasy. Remember, it's 2nd and 11, and the Vikings are rushing accordingly, expecting a pass. Bart?
Pat, I was just going to second that. That was an excellent call because the Vikings were in a double zone defense.
Csonka is lined up directly in front of Mercury Morris. There he goes, Csonka. First down at the 14. Looking on as his Dolphins have a first down now at the Viking 14-yard line. On first down, that's Marlon Briscoe at the 1. Nate Wright and Jeff Wright made the tackle, but Greasy has been absolutely on target the few times he's thrown.
And this is also a remarkable catch by Briscoe. Greasy threw the ball. Ball's in the air before Briscoe ever looked.
And he's 4 for 4 now, Pat, for 49 yards is Bob Greasy. Jim Kick is in now. The two tight ends are in, Mandich and Fleming. First and goal, Dolphins leading by 7 and less than a yard away from leading by 13. Jim Kick. Did he get it? Roy Winston upset him. No signal yet that he got into the end zone, so he stopped. Lurtsema is in defensively for Minnesota. Touchdown, Jim Kick. So the Dolphins strike the first 2 times they have the football.
We've just got a minute and 22 seconds remaining first period. We'll look at the touchdown again. Minnesota's run just 3 plays. Jim Kick. Kuchenberg with an excellent block on Lurtsema right there.
For the second time, the Premian will try for an extra point. Earl Morrill, the holder. There just is not anything that a team should be asked to do offensively and defensively that the Dolphins have not done so far. They've had the ball twice. They've scored twice. The Vikings have had it once, and the defense shut off that Viking offense once. An almost exact duplication of the other scoring drive. 10 plays on each occasion. The Premian ready to kick. Gilliam and West to receive. Charlie West at the 5. A marker is back at the Viking 20-yard line as West went out of bounds at the 24. On first down, Tarkenton to Foreman. He is again out to the 16-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5, and Mike Colin and Dick Anderson made that defensive play. This is Oscar Reed. Manny Fernandez collars him after a gain of a couple. Foreman in motion. Doug Kingsrider, the tight end, has the first down of the game for the Minnesota Vikings. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Miami Dolphins 14, the Minnesota Vikings nothing. For the Dolphins, Bill Stanfield 84, Manny Fernandez 75, Vern Den Herder 83. Bob Matheson has been added, number 53, to linebackers Doug Swift, Nick Buonaconte, and Mike Colin. First down, Vikings, Viking 27-yard line. Foreman. He's out to the 32-yard line. Bob Matheson made the tackle.
And the linebacker, they feel they can run against it, or they should be able to.
Oscar Reed just across the 35, and Minnesota will have a 3rd and 1.5, and it was Manny Fernandez, number 75.
Backfield, in fact. Well, not now, but he is an eligible pass receiver. He is reported to the referee.
Oscar Reed might be short. He needed to reach just beyond the 37. The Vikings, the Dolphins, are already sending in members of their special team anticipating a Minnesota punt.
Talk with one of the Viking coaches upstairs.
Jake Scott at the 21. Gets it out to the 28, and there he met Mick Tingelhoff. Briscoe in motion. Mercury Morris. Beyond the 40, chased out of bounds by Jeff Wright. Lightning quick, Mercury Morris gets outside.
This is one of the best-looking offensive units I think I've ever seen. The block by Kuchenberg took Eller out. Csonka got the block on Jeff Sieben. Mercury Morris got away from Winston, and then his speed did the rest for him.
First down, Dolphins. Dolphin 42-yard line. 14-0. The Vikings have not been able to get to midfield. Csonka trying to get outside, and he is held, and I use that word advisedly, held to about a 3-yard gain. Alan Page gets Greasy. And Briscoe to the right, Warfield to the left. He's throwing for Briscoe. And Greasy really got decked. I don't know how he got rid of that football. And you know, Bart, that's the first pass that Greasy has not completed. Larry Seipel to punt. Oh, an all-out rush, but he gets it away. Fair catch. Bobby Bryant. Vikings will have it at the Viking 27. At Kingsrider, number 89, is wide to the right. Gilliam to the left. This is Foreman. Pickup of about 3 yards. Matheson, along with Den Herder and Fernandez, nailed Tarkenton inside the Viking 20.
This is what makes that defense so tough to block out, because you don't really know if Matheson's going to rush or if he's going to drop off in pass coverage. This time he does rush. He gets away there from Gallagher, and then Vern Den Herder and Manny Fernandez take Tarkenton down.
14-0 Miami. Tarkenton. Kingsrider. He hits a very good one. Fair catch. Jake Scott, 34-yard line of the Dolphins. Briscoe coming in motion. Csonka trying to get outside. And this time, the Dolphins closed it in pretty well as cornerback. Personal foul against Minnesota. Dolphins. Bobby Bryant really hit Paul Warfield, grabbing off his, I think that's his first catch of the game. Csonka about a yard short of a first down at the 40 as Hilgenberg and Seaman pinched in to make the tackle. Morris, first down. He ran into one of the officials, or he might have had even greater yardage. Paul Krause had to make the tackle at the Viking 30.
Again, that offensive line, look at him come off the ball. Csonka leading the play through. Mercury Morris. There's some...
Csonka. An incredible performance by Larry Csonka.
They just can't get him down. Morris leading the play. Csonka now has 81 yards and 12 carries.
He picked up about 8 that time, 8.5 at second and less than 2. There goes Csonka again. This time there is nothing there at all. First half. It could decide whether the Dolphins go on and really do break it wide open. Csonka, and he didn't get the first down. He is just short of the 20. He was upset by Carl Eller. The clock running when the ball is snapped. About 6 minutes will remain in the first half. And again, the holder is Earl Morrill. This will be an attempt of 28 yards. He certainly has the distance, and he's right on target. So, what department have the Dolphins not excelled in so far? They've done just everything that could be asked of a football team. Total yardage so far, net. Miami Dolphins, 153. Minnesota Vikings, 27. DePremian getting ready to kick. Sort of a squibber. It was overrun by Gilliam, and Charlie West will have to watch it roll over the end line for a touchback. So... Foreman.
Only 3 linemen down.
2nd and 8. Chuck Feet.
They're down. 8 to go.
This is caught by tight end Stu Boyd. This is Oscar Reed unable to hold on. They're still going with 3 down men and an additional defensive back, Tim Foley. Foreman trying to get outside. Vern Denherter held him up behind the line so that he was able to get back just to the line of scrimmage, and it is going to be 3rd down and 10. Fine catch. Stu Boyd, 45-yard line. Ruled the 46-yard line that it... Oscar Reed, the man in motion. This is Gilliam. And he'll wind up with about 3 very tough yards as a wing-back right on 2nd down 7 at the Dolphin 43. Foreman in motion. Fumble. I think Tarkenton held on, but loses a couple, and Vern Denherter was on top of him. Gilliam. He's down at the 15-yard line. Curtis Johnson finally got him. He has replaced Mumford. Tarkenton keeping. And he's down to the 7 or 8 yard line. From 2.5 at the Dolphins 7.5. Oscar Reed, and he gets nothing at all. He's met by Bob Matheson, number 53. Oscar Reed, 4th and 1 at the 6.
Vikings have one more timeout remaining.
Oscar Reed, I don't think he got it. Nick Bonacani, the middle linebacker, made a great defensive play. And the Vikings went for the first down. They came up empty, and the Dolphin defense has made a tremendous play.
Now, that's 3 times in crucial situations where they've run to the same spot. Ed White pulling, but they're running behind the blocking of Ron Erie. And as I said a minute ago, the worst thing that can happen to you, or certainly one of the worst, is to become predictable.
So the Dolphins have the ball at the Dolphin 5 with 30 seconds left in the half. And Csonka burrows straight ahead for a yard or so. 10 at the Dolphin 5. Clock will start with the snap. Csonka protecting the ball. That's the end of the first half with the score. The Miami Dolphins 17. The Minnesota Vikings nothing. In the first half, as you can see, favoring Miami by quite a margin on the ground in particular. What do you think is going to have to be done here by Minnesota?
It's a very difficult situation to
get. It is 17-0 in favor of the Dolphins. Csonka scored the first touchdown, kicked the second. DePermian added both extra points and kicked a field goal. The Vikings gambled 4th and 1 at the 6-yard line of Miami and did not get the first down as they turned their back on a 3 points from Fred Cox, the kicker. So Permian prepares to kick to John Gilliam and Charlie West. And shortly we will know whether the Vikings can get something going and get back in this game. Gilliam at the 1. He got away from Permian. A marker is down. Tim Foley might have saved a touchdown, but there's a marker down at the Viking 21-yard line, and I do believe this is going to be called back. Flipping against Minnesota. Receiver Carroll Dale. Foreman gets about 3. That was almost intercepted by linebacker Mike Colin. Foreman wound up with it, but Colin had nothing but 30. Foreman in motion. Fernandez nails Tarkenton. Fernandez got away from Frank Gallagher, I believe it was, and nails Tarkenton, and Fernandez continues his brilliant Super Bowl play.
He's involved first with Mick Tingelhoff. Number 75 with his back to you. What a great Super Bowl he had last year against Washington. Gallagher didn't see him coming soon enough to turn and try to pick him up. He's just as fast as Tarkenton.
Now Mike Eyeshide from deep in the end zone, punting to Anderson and Scott. Eyeshide has a fine punt. Back at the Miami 45, Jake Scott trying to get outside. Fine run back to the 43-yard line of Minnesota. 1st and 10 at the Viking 43. Csonka and Mercury Morris. Mercury Morris held firm by middle linebacker Jeff Seaman, number 50, and there might have been a gain of 1. Warfield in motion. Csonka. That hole closed at the 38-yard line, and the Dolphins will have a 3rd and 5, and it's Krause and Bryant. 3rd 3rd and 5. Great protection. Paul Warfield at the 11-yard line.
After watching him warm up, I thought there'd be no way that he'd be able to play with any degree of effectiveness in this game. This is a fine pass by Greasy and a really spectacular catch.
First down at the Viking 11. Csonka to the 7, the 6 of 7, 72 yards. Greasy out of bounds at the 6. Mercury Morris. Bryant nails him, and a marker goes flying. Let's see what the preliminary signal is.
According to Greasy, it's defensive holding against Minnesota, but let's see.
If Jim Kick is in, he's lined up to the left of Csonka. Csonka, big hole. He's down to the 2. Bobby
Out of the offensive line does a good job. Kuchenberg, Moore, and Mandich is over there this time, too. Big hole, as you pointed out. Bart, what do you think?
That's a classic fullback play, that slant play, and I don't think there's anyone around today that runs it any better than Larry Csonka.
Bob Lertzema, number 75. He has taken out the free safety, Paul Krause. 2nd and goal at the 2.
Game of the AFC against Dolphins. He has 2 today from ground level. Somebody just got a piece of him. I think it was Roy Winston. Perhaps it was Hilgenberg. But there's no way to get him down with an arm. 20 carries, 93 yards for Csonka.
Morrow holds for Epremian with 8:44 left to play in the 3rd quarter. And I think it's pretty safe to say that when the Vikings get the ball the next time, whether they score or not will dictate whether we have a runaway Miami victory. Fortunately, we've had no rain. Epremian kicks. Gilliam at the 5. He gets it out to the 26-yard line.
This is Csonka's last touchdown. A few minutes ago, Greasy almost dropped the ball in the exchange from his center. What a fine charge by the offensive line. Let's look again.
21 yards on the return by Gilliam.
Jim Kick, who was in the game, didn't even have to block.
Harkington picks up about 6 for his 2nd and 4. This is Foreman. He has a first down. Reed. Oscar Reed picks up 6. Oscar Reed. And he's going to lose a couple as cornerback Tim Foley, with help, played it. And it is 4th and 5, and the punter comes on.
Miami in a 3-man defense again, but 3rd and 5 and trailing 24-0. It's hard to understand a call like that.
But backing up around the 10-yard line now. Off the side of his foot, but a good roll for Minnesota. And it's going to be down at the 11-yard line of the Miami Dolphins. Mercury Morris to the 14. As soon as possible. Csonka. First down, 27-yard line. Wally Hilgenberg made the tackle.
From behind Larry Csonka, you get a chance to see the awesome power and the great cuts which he has. 21 carries, 107 yards already. Wally Hilgenberg got the run.
It's a first down at the Miami 27. Briscoe comes right. Warfield goes left. This time, Jim Marshall. This is Csonka. Csonka did not fool the Vikings this time. The two. Rather short kick, and the Vikings are going to get pretty good field position at the Minnesota 43-yard line with 1 minute and 34 seconds left to play in the third quarter. He'll have a first down at the Viking 43 when play is resumed. This is Foreman. And Foreman gets it just across the 50. This is Marinaro. And he is just about reached the 46-yard line. Foreman hit hard by Nick Buoniconti, and it's going to be 2nd and 10 with Minnesota. This is caught by Gilliam on a comeback, and the gun has just sounded. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. Miami 24, Minnesota nothing. That's Miami Dolphins. This is a 3rd and 8 for Minnesota. Stu Boyd, great catch. First down, 29-yard line. Gilliam.
Gilliam is the kind he needs.
Jim Last in. First down, Oscar Reed. He's down to the 13. This is complete inside the 5 to Jim Lash with Curtis Johnson making the tackle. Tarkenton is going to run it in for the touchdown. Paul Krause, the holder for Fred Cox. So now our attention is going to turn from the Viking offense to the Viking defense. Near a squibber, Jake Scott. And he is collared, and I mean literally collared, at the 33-yard line. Csonka to the... Mercury Morris trying to get outside, but he is spun around by Roy Winston, and it's 3rd and 10. He gets it to the 40, short of a first down. It's going. The Vikings have 10 men up on the line. Great punt. It's going to be downed around the 1 or 2 yard line by Mike Colin. And the Dolphins continue to do just about everything from the Minnesota 3-yard line with 10:47 remaining in the game. From the Viking 3. This is Ed Marinaro, and he has it out to around the 4.
last of 17, so Tarkenton is one away.
Oscar Reed. And he's within about a yard of a first down. Larry Ball just got off on time. 3rd and 1. And Oscar Reed, by that second effort, gets a first down at the... Oscar Reed couldn't hold on at the 31. There is Bill Brown, and he gets it out for about 8 yards. Is out. Bill Brown gets it out around.
Marinero and Brown both are better pass receivers.
Interference. This is Marinero. He just won't go down at the 33-yard line in the grasp of Curtis Johnson. This is a first down. It was intended for plus a linebacker. Stu Voigt and Gilliam were both down there deep. 10. Intercepted. Curtis Johnson. 9-yard line. And tempers are beginning to get frayed as Johnson comes up with the first interception of the game. So the Miami defense taking the ball out of the air in the person of Curtis Johnson, number 45. Larry Csonka. He's out to the 17-yard line. Csonka has a first down, and undoubtedly he has a new Super Bowl record now. And the clock keeps ticking away. Jim kicked Burrows for several yards. Csonka adds yet a couple of more yards to that impressive total, and when the ball... Csonka is met by Seaman, and
we're in a nest of Dolphin fans up in the upper deck here at Rice State.
Down at the 40-yard line. There goes Csonka on his relentless way again out to the 45-yard line. It's a wing back to the left with less than 3 minutes remaining in the game. Jim kick to the 49, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1. And I'm foot the ball at the 50. And the markers go flying as we'll find out now where the Vikings offside. Were they drawn offside by an illegal procedure? Dolphins, Viking 45. Jim Kick gets a yard or so, and 42-year-old Don Shula. There goes Csonka to the 38-yard line. And I'm offensive series, every offensive play. Twilly in motion. Csonka. Jim Mock. 4th and about a foot. And Csonka gets the foot and a first down.
Big Show will also cover the Moscow Skates of 1973. Csonka is leaving. What a day.
Larry Csonka, who has set an individual record and by his play set the early tone of this game. He is replaced by Don Nottingham. This is Jim Kick getting it inside the 30. And with the Dolphins controlling the ball here in the final seconds, it sort of puts the topping on an outstanding performance. There's Nick Buoniconti, the leader on the field of the Miami Dolphin defense. The final seconds now are ticking away. Bob Kuechenberg leaves. Wayne Moore leaves. Irv Goody comes in. The Miami Dolphin fans, some 12,000 strong, count off the final seconds as the Miami Dolphins have duplicated Super Bowls 1 and 2, where the Packers won back-to-back championships, and with a resounding and overwhelming victory, the Miami Dolphins have made it 2 in a row.